Gaia Wellness Retreat here in Rupert, just outside of Wakefield. We really are focusing on connection, whether that's connection to the land, which we are so abundant here, the waters, with people, and most importantly with ourselves. So coming back to ourselves, coming back home, and feeling that connection to our true and highest self.
So we see true transformation in this course. Often people arrive here carrying a lot of heavy stuff, and through the program they're able to leave a lot of the stuff here and go home a lot lighter, freer, more in touch with their truth and more connected with their heart.
What I expect to get out of this is just a new look on life. With the world being a difficult place, it's easy to get very negative and to just focus on the negative and not look on the positive. So I really want to be able to see the positive in the world, see the positive in me, see the positive in people, so that, the aches and pains and the emotions and the anxiety that we accumulate over the years, I want to be able to let go of some of that and just live a happy life.
For the past 12 years, I've been traveling for work, and I found that I've been turning into different people based on just life experiences I've been having. And last summer I came to the point where I just didn't know who I was. So I searched for a retreat that would allow me to discover that and find my authentic voice.
Honestly, I feel like there's some weight being lifted off my shoulders. I think a lot of repressed emotion is being processed. It can be deep, it can be heavy, some tears are shed. But this is all part of the process. It's all part of dealing with the emotions.
So to me, the most important journey is the journey inward. Relationships we have with others are often just a direct reflection of the relationship we have with ourselves. And so if we can create the relationship with ourselves that we want with others, we naturally attract that in our lives. The course is a combination of ancient and modern spiritual teachings. One thing that I had struggled with in many different programs that I had attended was the idea that we were kind of mixing up all our stuff and really looking deep within ourselves, but then there was no real release of everything that we brought up. One thing that we were able to do here is incorporate energy healing and sound therapy, some of these different practices that help people to release the energy once they've stirred it all up.
It's a really, really beautiful program. It's curated for the individual specifically, so it can be as hands-on or hands-off as you need or want it to be.
I take a lot of your experiences too, though, and I'm applying them. I learn a tremendous amount from all of you too, which is really helpful for me in my life. So
I do work here at Gaia, and I'm always getting people to come here, talking about the program a lot, but I've never experienced the program firsthand. So I thought it was important just to create an authentic connection when I'm talking to people. Personal reasons for myself, just really kickstart a healing process for myself.
Today we're working on our core beliefs, how some of those have really shaped us, sometimes in a negative way. So it's how to really turn those into positive affirmations.
So today we're focusing on emotions and being able to, in the moment, recognize when our triggers have been set and being able to sit comfortably with them and just think through it and understand why the triggers came up and how to sit with it in a way that's loving and caring.
once we clean up our stuff, basically, we get less and less triggered by other people's behaviors, and we can just see that that's their stuff.
It's a very safe space to be able to do that inner work because we are in nature. I find people are much more open to receive and to look inward and do the work. There's so much space, so if you need to be alone and have your time to process or to do those self-reflections, you can do that by sitting quietly, by going for a walk, a swim, a sauna.
Being in nature just sets the tone and the pace for just finding yourself. And that was my experience when I was here for the first time in December 2018. Just pulled up, brought me to this place of rest. If you don't know what to do next, if you're feeling overwhelmed, whether it's from a loss or you have to make a really big business decision, just being in this space creates that environment where you can just sort of find yourself.
I would recommend this program to anybody who's either struggling with themselves, struggling with different situations they've been in. You feel like you haven't been able to process past trauma or past experiences. It's not like a here's the answer, go home type of thing. It really does take a lot of work, but if you're willing to take the time to self-reflect, you will find some answers and you will go home feeling a lot better.
For me, it's just how much I can actually be at peace and how much I can let go of resentment. I've held resentment for years and years and years. I never thought I could let go of it, but just being able to release that and to feel peace is, for me, just, I didn't know that's what I was looking for, but it's what I found, and it feels really good.
And I think the excitement comes from knowing what you've processed the day before and taking it into the next day and using that to move even further through.
And I feel more prepared to go back into the workplace and back into my personal life with these new tools that I've gained.
I think the hardest part of this course for many people is learning to love themselves, to make themselves a priority in their lives. And that's often quite difficult for people, but we offer the tools here and the support for people to find a way back to loving and connecting with themselves on a deeper level.